must move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way. Welcome SRW fans to Sim Racing World Toyota GR86 Series, round 2 at Brands Hatch GP. Round 2 back here again. What a great little circuit, Brands Hatch. Great little track, and obviously round 2 is sponsored by Warren Brown and Tools. Thank you to those guys. They make it all happen for the SRW crew and myself. So here's the track conditions. It's actually not bad tonight. It's cool enough. It's 20 degrees on track and I can't see what I'm reading, but it looks like 26 degrees. Yeah, 20 degrees, bang on. So I was right the first time. But welcome, Rob, everyone, to the round 2 as well. Rob, welcome back to the comm box, mate. Yeah,
thanks, buddy. Also good to have Nathan ShiBBy Howard with us in the box on the cams tonight, so appreciate being back. But yeah, Brands Hatch definitely looks a bit tight, bit nicer than this week. 20 degrees track and 18 degrees air. Definitely looks like some fast times to be had out there, Connor.
Yeah, talking about fast, I haven't really seen pace around with 86s around this track, but I'm amazed how fast these guys can go. And I've been calling them buzz boxes recently. That's their nicknames now. And if we can go on to him, Sam Christensen has done an absolute blistering of a lap time, 0.3 faster than Harry. Oh, and there goes one of the, I think that's Greg Leak. Yeah, the Greg team off the track there. So he'll go back to the pits. But right now, Sam's absolutely blowing the field away. 38.1. What an absolute blistering lap time. And yeah, we should probably talk about that more later down the track. And we're in practice. Any things you know about Brands Hatch, Rob, as well?
Well, I mean, look, we're going through the Ashes series, so obviously we're into the thick of the UK side of it at the moment with Brands Hatch. But I mean, we've been watching Sam and a few of the boys through practice, and we're just catching the last little bit here with it. But I guess it's very similar to last week in the Silverstone Short. It's very flowy, very quick, but it's just a little bit longer. I think the boys are probably going to have to be a little bit more patient, probably just wait on some of the corners, just a little bit more than what they would have normally. But this generally does yield pretty good racing. Brands Hatch is probably one of my favourite circuits. I do like it. Absolutely love the flow around this circuit, even though it is hard to get right because the off tracks are so close. I think we'll see a little bit there. We saw last night here at SRW TV with the F3s here, and it was a good race. A lot of flow and a lot of backwards and forwards. I think the draft will play a lot with these boys if they can get in it, and I think they'll really, really need to set up those passes. I don't think this is like a get up to the guy and make the lunge. I think you've really got to set this up for a couple of laps. And we heard from the boys last week is if you went for that lunge and you missed it, you got swamped by the guys behind you. And we're seeing a few little packs there open up now with, guys that are very similar on pace. So I think, it'll be battle of the patience here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. The patient game is it's always a bit of a factor in Brands Hatch or smaller tracks like Winton, which we're definitely coming up to, and I'm looking forward to that. That's one of my favourite tracks. And I was talking about fast, Dylan De Bono. Let's talk about him for a bit. He had a marvellous last round last week. He was taking a bit too much curb last week, and he ended up not winning the race. I think I muted myself, so good on you, Connor. But he was going to win the race last week, but a curb got him. So I wonder if there's any big curbs out here tonight for old Dylan De Bono.
No, I don't think Brands Hatch really gives us that option with curbs. I think the biggest one you're going to find is the grass in the braking zones, because there's no curbing directly. You see as we ride on board here with Dylan De Bono now coming down the bottom of that hill, this double left, it's almost hairpin-ish, but it's very open hairpin. But you see as they sort of get on the grass and just positioning the car, I think is going to be key tonight. we saw, like you're saying, about the curbs last week, where the guys are just trying to get fast and get through the areas, but they had runoff, they had space, they had width. You don't have a lot of width here. And I think we'll see already in practice, and we'll see it throughout the race, and maybe even during quali as well in just a moment, where if they just get a little bit offline and they just touch that grass, and we see Dylan De Bono there right on cue. Thank you, Dylan, for that.
Yeah.
But that's how quickly it can change. And again, once you're on the grass, there's just no grip. Like, there's just nothing. You got nothing there. You're on an ice skate pretty much. So I think we've got a bit of space where the guys won't bounce straight back on the track. But it's definitely going to be hard, as we see Ryan Green there just get a little bit offline. But that's, exactly what we're talking about right there, is just pushing that little bit too hard, pushing that 10 tenths, just trying to get that lap time. And I think once you start overdriving Brands Hatch, it really is susceptible to making mistakes, just like we've seen there on screen.
Yeah, and we saw Ryan Green obviously going off the track there, but he was actually our race winner last week. Did very well. Obviously quite new to the league as well. He put such a dominant run in to be round one, his first round ever racing with SRW, and just dominated. And we said to him, we said in the broadcast actually, we said, I don't, personally, I said to Rob, I said, he's not going to make this, he's out of the race. And he proved me wrong, told Ryan Green, and he had a good laugh. But I think it's...
Yeah, well, he made that error in pit stop, didn't he, when he first made that pit stop? So he made an extra stop compared to some other boys, but again, safety cars played in his favour, didn't it, really? That's what brought him back into the race last week.
And he said it was actually a dirty win, so I think he...
he wasn't happy.
No, he wasn't happy at all, and I was quite shocked as a commentator, a race car driver, as a sim driver as well. I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like, a win is a win. That's how, that's how I see it. But he thought it was dirty, and that's how, some people take it. So I reckon he'd be hunting for a win number 2, and he's sitting pretty well for practices as well. So for all the ladies and gentlemen watching, you haven't missed qualifying with legit just sitting here having a yarn about practice. And
covered off a middle last week.
Yeah, and exactly. And it's good to have a little bit of a yarn.
Talking about a yarn. Stand out from last week, and obviously one who's definitely got a bit of attention on them right now, and we'll pick up with him when he gets back on track, is young Sam Christensen. Coming to the league again, another newbie last week, comes in, an IRL 86 racer, jumps into this category, instantly was there or thereabouts. And tonight we've seen him doing the things, and I also believe that Steven Sikovich might have grabbed him for Team SRW. There he is, there on screen, there with the Warren and Brown Tools on the door. So again, the bridge, I guess, the bridge from real world to virtual world, it's closing, isn't it? I mean, we're seeing a lot more of like Sam Christensen, and the Bonos, and we're seeing a lot more of those guys who actually do this stuff IRL, coming into the sim and being a little bit more competitive, on a bit more of a, I guess we'll just say, an amateurish level. I mean, we've seen the likes of Verstappen and SVG and people like, people like that. We've had the Kostekis and all those kind of guys, the professional level drivers get in, but having these guys coming in from these underdog ranks and these IRL races and coming in and really mixing it up, and mixing up with some guys who are pretty quick in the sim as well, is quite impressive.
It definitely is. But I was shocked how dominant Sam was. He was kind of all over the place last week, but just the raw pace Sam had and his IQ about racing was unbelievable. We talk about IQ every now and then, but we should talk about it more, because you see the likes of SVG, Max Verstappen, the Red Bull guys, I should just say, and you watch those guys race, and they're just so smart where they put their cars.
It's racecraft, isn't it?
Yeah, it's racecraft and IQ with just racing in general. And instead of blocking the car, he would just get a better run, absolute blitz whoever was behind him, and get to the next corner and do the same thing, and he would eventually gap him. And Rob and I were sitting here like going, wow, the talent and the racecraft of Sam is unbelievable. And it's good to see someone like Sam to come in and almost teach other people as well, because I'm sure there was a few guys going back at that replay going, what could I have changed differently? What could I have done like Sam? And
100%.
And I think a lot of people looked at him and went, he's good. So I'm sure, they watched him back.
I mean, when you're talking racecraft and IQ, you're thinking, like I said last week in the commentary, he's thinking 2 or 3 corners in down the road. He's not thinking like I'm in turn 1. He's thinking turn 3, 4. Like, what's my track layout? What have I got? If this guy gets a run up the inside of me, where can I set him back up? He's thinking, and it takes a special kind of driver to push that limit, to get an understanding of where you might be stronger or where they might be stronger, and actually allowing yourself to make the best judgment of that in the racing IQ and the racecraft, allowing yourself to really work on your flow. And we saw that last week. You said with Sam, like, he'd let them go, but then he'd get a better run and then he'd put a bigger gap on. So it was just building momentum. And I think we're seeing that this season already, like this is round 2, but I mean, it feels like these guys have been racing for like 5 or 6 weeks, the way they the way they bang with bang doors with no cue, we're talking Sam, we're talking Green, DeBono, we're talking these guys almost all the time and regularly every week so far, and it's just crazy that these guys can just turn in to a lap and they just stick. Like I say, this is not a circuit that you can just go flat out at, because there is those things, but these guys just jump in and just get it done. They get it done somehow. It's crazy.
But at the end of the day, they've got goals, and they set their goals to go, right, let's make it to turn 1. Let's get the launch right, stuff like that. But I think it's one of those moments where everyone kind of stands back and goes, okay, there's new competition, there's the new series. Obviously, the 86s are very new to SRW. New car, I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, but at the start of 2023, the 86 came in.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
And I think SRW and myself and everyone's just been absolutely loving it. So it's been good to see. So I think that's all we can take away from the 86s. And we're actually going to be finishing up practice and going into qualifying. So instead of having a yarn, we'll be watching them go around and chatting about qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, quality's always good. Like, it's always electric with these guys because it's such an open thing too. It's not like like in say other series, like maybe official series where it's a locked out quali where you've only got yourself. These guys can really use that draft to effect and that's get right up under the back of someone else, or they can get balked up by somebody else too. Someone might have that little bit of an off and then they have to get out and throw their lap. So these open qualies, I really love this format for qualifying. Get them out there, just let them go hard at it for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Yeah, it's great to see. So anyway, we'll let these guys do their outlap. Meanwhile, I'll say it now. Anyone in YouTube land, I've actually got the chat up, so if anyone wants to put any comments in, say hi to Rob and I, have a yarn with us, or ask about the drivers, because I feel like I know every one of them at this point.
Right.
I feel like I know what their mother's cat's name was at this point, but they're all coming out now. But yeah, let us know. Let us know if.
I'll tell you what, I'm still really impressed with that livery sitting there on screen right now, just rolling forward. That livery, I think, is going to have a very special place on the racing server for a long period of time there as it rolls out beyond us.
Yep.
I think that was Mr. Wayne Edwards there rolling out with the Ken Block livery on. I do like that livery. Is it Wayne Shepard? Wayne Shepard. There we go. So there he is there on screen. Mr. ShiBBy pulling that up. Appreciate that. But yeah, as we look down there now, we've got A few guys just already throwing purple sectors. So I mean, it's a bit sad on your outlap you're throwing purple sectors at it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, were you over driving in practice, boys, or what?
Yeah, what's going on, boys? I can see everyone typing in now. Good to see everyone. Let's someone has just asked, do you know what Tyson's and Jake Edwards' cats are named? You know what? I'll play a bit of a game with you here, Jack, while we watch these guys go around down to turn 1. You tell me their cats' names, right? And if they get in the commentary, I'll tell them what their cat's name is. Do something fun like that. But yeah, good to see everyone in chat. Rip, Ken Block. My mouth is just
Oh, what was that?
That looks
Sam.
Sam.
See, and that's what we're talking about. It just
and we just got called. It wasn't Sam, it was Brad Wall.
It was actually Brad Wall, yeah. We got ShiBBy up here saying the liveries match. It's hard to distinguish who it is. So
Yep.
Well, as we watch now, we got Edwards. He just lit up with the purple box there. So now with an orange one. Well, definitely.
What talking about liveries? They all look great as well. Obviously, new season of SRW and a new season for everyone, 2023. Great. It's actually great to be out of 2022. I'll admit that. And yeah, they all look great. It's Whitey Pie's entry on screen now.
That's Jake Edwards here, isn't it?
Yeah, Jake Edwards. We've been
finished the lap. Tyson Soles purple there as well.
Yeah, very nice as well.
With Jake, we saw about a 38 before in practice. So Jake's a 40 on the board with a purple sector in the back. So if he can string the lap together, he's Tyson Soles, I think. Tyson Soles going to finish his lap as well. There's Tyson Soles, top position, yeah. Goes straight up the top with Patrick. Just pull this up. 39.1. That
very fast lap time. We saw Sam has put a purple sector in, a couple of greens as well. Orange sector.
Got the practice times as well. So Tyson just a little bit off the pace there. He's at a 38.8 in practice, and he's a 39.1 there in quali. So I think he's got a little bit more room there. But a couple of purple sectors kind of indicates he may have made a change to the car during that little window. Dylan DeBono there's on an absolute flyer.
Sam's
2 greens and a couple of purples. Sam's just gone and put a 39.3. Now remember, he was at a 38.1 as well, so about 1.2 off the pace. So maybe track temperature, maybe air temperature, or maybe just getting balked up by somebody else in that hot lap. So we need to keep our eyes on those guys. Definitely Sam, Christensen, Green, Styles, and DeBono, probably the ones that are
Edwards
probably likely to light up. But yeah, Edwards doing some good work there. And
he's only a 10th off.
See if some of the older guys can get in there. We're from SRW.
Definitely.
Brad Wall and McHenry, a couple of seasoned guys around the SRW lineups.
The old fellas in SRW. That's what we should nickname the old fellas.
Not old as in age, boys. Not old as in age.
No, not at all. Cough, wink.
With purple and a green, so he's on a bit of a lap here. Tyson Styles again, just pushing that envelope.
Styles just a bit faster as well.
Yeah, yes, 38.9, so he's very close to his
pumping it.
He's only starting rear grid.
He's only a 10th off his practice lap as well.
The J-Mac just said he's starting rear grid. What?
Oh, what?
J-Mac, get out there and have a crack. So we're hearing from the producer. There's a bit of a bet going on between J-Mac and Sigwich, and oh my goodness, to Dylan DeBono. He's just had an absolute massive crash.
I saw that in the background. That was absolutely huge. We'll get
Dylan
onto that.
DeBono's just gone to Mars, I think.
We call that.
He's got that. But holy moly, that was huge.
Oh,
here we go.
Nice looking replay too.
Oh no!
Oh!
Who's the who's the
Hold on.
67? Is that the 61? Or
That would be.
is that the 61? No, it
That
is. It's
seems that
67.
was
That's Steven Sinkovic.
Mm.
That's Spinovich causing DeBono to take off there. So the boss himself out there making life hard.
Making.
As we still see Tyson Styles on the top there, on the top set. So.
That was great though. He was putting a
Right.
black hole. He was putting a black hole in Brands Hatch. That was for sure.
Right.
Oh, have a look at this though. Good little battle down to turn one.
Oh,
That
boys.
was close.
See, now this is one of these corners kind of that's really awkward to race on because not only does it turn away, but it drops and it's off camber, so it throws you right out to that left. Even if you're trying to hold tight, it just pushes you left naturally, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Turn
definitely
one
does.
side, yeah.
It's if you don't have your camber right on the front tires, I'll tell you what, the thing does not grip at all. So I can imagine a lot of these guys have spent quite a bit of time tuning the setups, getting the front camber as much as they can. So I definitely could imagine that'd be a bit of a factor in tyre wear as well. I wonder if the front tyres will let go eventually and we'll have a load of understeer maybe. So that could be another thing too.
Interesting thing right now, just seeing Ryan Green drop in above Sam Christensen there with 31.2. It's just going a little bit quicker, so maybe the boys wanted to play a little bit of cat and mouse in practice, just trying to ascertain where their competitors were. Yeah, it's Green just pulling up and jumping back to pits. Yeah, we'll have to try and see if we can find out more of this J-Mac and Steven Sinkovic bet.
Yeah,
It'd be awesome to find out what's going on here.
I wonder where that bet came from. Maybe we should drag up Steve.
Maybe we should drag Steve into the box and be like, hey, what's this bet with J-Mac going on?
Easy, actually. Just happened. Oh. There we go.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a stutter there, but that's all right.
Oh. Hang on.
Yeah.
He's in, actually.
Sinker has to... Hang on. J-Max put it in chat. Sinker has to finish higher than me or he buys me... Ah! Right. Okay, so, I mean, let's be honest, J-Max. You could probably start 3 laps down and still beat him. But,
3 laps? It'd be like 22 laps down. Yeah. Oh.
That's an interesting bet. Is that for the season or just each race? Oh, for the season.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, right. So the
Got
season.
A few technical little glitches here for iRacing right now. Yep. We're still live, yeah. I've got iRacing on the second screen. That's still working for us right now, but Sam Christensen just popped straight to the top of the 38.9. So we'll try and keep going as best we can. We'll try and keep giving you some times of the boys as they're going through their quali. We've got a little bit over 4 minutes left in the session. As we see, what do we got? We got Henry Fenson there, 39.2. Ryan Green was a 39.2 as well. Tyson Styles, 38.9. So Sam and Tyson are almost running the same sort of lap times.
Yeah, they're not far at all.
No, not at all.
It's half a tenth. So all in it. So definitely close.
Look at the times between Green and Jake Edwards. 39.2 plays 39.9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars separated by 0.7 of a second.
That's not much. That's
close. In these cars around here, that's close. Yeah, that's.
I mean, they've all got the same power.
Interesting races.
I mean, they've all got the same power. They've all the same weight, same power. Everything's the same. The only thing that you can change is the setup. And talking about cars, 38.8. Dylan DeBono just goes up to the top. Absolute rapid lap time. He's just went
So
faster.
he's
than
obviously landed from outer space.
Yeah, exactly.
Decided that
He's
he
came
needs to
from
put the jets on. But
afterburners.
do you know what's even more impressive with that lap there, Connor? That's actually quicker than he ran in practice. So
That's what
maybe
I'm
the
saying.
track's come in, or
Right.
maybe he's just gotten in that window of being in the draft behind another car.
Don't know. Well,
That's
we'll find out.
definitely interesting.
And we're back. We're back live here now.
ShiBBy's got the session back live, so excellent.
What a legend he is, isn't he? Figures out stuff. So
There's the Ken Block livery, just taking the grass, giving it a little bit of a trim for us, making sure the paddock's nice and fresh.
I was going to make a joke about that, but moving on.
Ridley Turner in the Facebook world. How are you guys? We are fantastic. Thank you for joining us and tuning in tonight to our GR86 series, coming at you live from Brands Hatch for round 2.
You said 2 with a plum. Oh, someone's off the track there. Oh,
That's a couple.
Edward's off the track there.
Oops.
He just bouncing it. Everyone's mowing the grass tonight, isn't it? It's great to see. I've always joked about mowing the
that
grass.
livery on screen, Connor, that looks like a Toyota Celica GT4. That's exactly what it looks like, dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I was going to say that.
ShiBBy's just saying the 90s throwback. Yeah, that's cool. I love that livery.
I actually remember seeing that on a rally car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember playing it on an arcade game. So yeah, I definitely remember that livery. Very cool livery, actually.
We're seeing a few boys haven't put in lap times yet. We're looking at Tyson McAvoy. We know J-Mac's going to do the rear grid thing. And Brad in chat also said on a Supra as well. Yeah, I definitely remember seeing it on a few of the Toyotas back in the day. But yeah, so we got J-Mac not setting a time. Daniel Schultz hasn't set a time. Greg Johnson, Bradley May, Steven Sinkovich, Bradley Wall, Jamie Dyke, and well, we know Dyke's
safety car.
Adam Hughes and Jamie Dyke are in race control. We've got Greg Leake and Colin Hodgkinson haven't set laps yet. So there's a lot of guys haven't actually set a lap. So we'll see what's going on. Gene Sinkovich has just popped up in there too. 39.5, so that's going to add an extra car in that 39-second race. Yeah, it is. So it's put Dean Sinkovich right in the thick of it. Oh, and right on cue. Actually, is that
That's
Mr.
Steve
Sinkovich, or is that?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Indeed it is. That's Mr. Steve Sinkovich.
I've just got Dean Sinkovich going off on my other screen as well, right? Almost simultaneously. So the Sinkovich boys doing some good, what do you say? Synchronized spinning. Love it.
Spinkovich spinning. I don't know. Talking about spinning. Look at that. That was a great save. That was an awesome save there. We'll go back for a little bit of a replay there. That was pretty mega. Look at that. 2 wheels. Absolutely mega slide. And that's qualifying finish.
I think he might have just caught that a little bit early, but yeah, it's quality over and done with.
Right, go through it, Rob, because you're the newbie. So
all right,
go for it,
obviously. Out there in front, Dylan DeBono from, was that Velocity Sim Sport? Sam Christensen, Velocity. Sorry, it looks like. It does look like Velocity, yeah. I'll have to check that out. Sam Christensen, obviously it's got Australia, New Zealand there, but he's with SRW. Tyson Siles from Crisscross Racing. Ryan Green in 4th from Alpha Venturi, also last week's winner. In 5th is Henry Fenson from Fenson Brothers Racing. Wade Reynolds in 6th from JWM E Motorsport. Dean Sinkovich in P7. Wayne Shepherd, again, P8. Jake Edwards in P9. Wayne Edwards in P10. Brendan Soper in P11. Kevin Wakefield in P12. As we move down the page, we've got Jamie Dyke in 13th. John McHenry is in 14th by the grid. Bradley Wall, 15th. Steven Sinkovich back in 16th. Callan Hodgkinson, 17th. Greg Johnston in 18th. Bradley Mays, 19th. And Greg Leake in 20th. And Daniel Schultz is going to be right there at the back in 23rd. So, what a lineup.
Yeah,
What
definitely
a lineup
not
as the guys are reading up now.
Definitely a pretty good lineup, and we'll take it away, shouldn't we, Rob? Round 2, Brands Hatch. Let's get out of these British tracks and get to our favourite Australian tracks. Phillip Island, I'm definitely looking forward to. And there's the grid, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight. Obviously, Rob and I will be calling this round 2. And Rob's our newbie to the team, and we'll see how it goes. Let us know in chat if Rob does all right, eh? So we're going to start going green here. I can hear...
And Connor, it's actually Sandown next week.
Oh, lovely. Round 2. We'll be at round 3 next week at Sandown. Let's go. Going racing. Dylan DeBono, good launch there. Really nice there. Sam on the outside in the SRW entry. And look at that. I think that's the monster car. Whitey Spire's entry up the inside. Right up the inside.
It's Whitey's, yeah. It is Whitey's up the inside of the Cam Block livery.
Very nice move there. Sam goes on the outside, playing smart. Dylan DeBono, really nice launch. We're on board with Jake Edwards. Good to see him back in a 2-litre little buzz box. Coming down to turn 3 now.
As he's looking at that battle pack.
Someone's off the road.
Is that
Ryan Green? That is Ryan Green.
Speed off, so we'll have to.
So that's Greg Lakeoff. Greg Lake's off the boat.
Together or just separated there? We'll have a look at that once we get a little bit of a settle down. But
have a look at this.
Here with the Whiteys. Yeah, he's all over the back of that car. And this is what we were talking about before. That draft just helps, doesn't it? Just sitting there, 2 and 3 cars in front of you. We've got so much there. So Sam up the inside of Tyson Salt, just giving a bit of a thing there. Dylan DeBono just
that was close. And it looked like it's very close there, but
Dylan DeBono's tumbled down the order, is he?
Ooh, I think his internet's cut out.
We'll have to keep our eyes on that, but he's definitely tumbling down the order, so we might have lost Dylan DeBono already into the race. Although it does say he's still in first.
I think he's gone though.
He's back. He is back. So yeah, there he is there coming through the 3 wide.
That was close.
He actually hit him. Actually drove up into that left-hand rear wheel. They've
touched
again into one.
Huge contact.
The boys are not holding back tonight, are they?
No, definitely not. They know what the F3s were like around here last night. They don't care. Their 86 has been a bump and run. John up the inside of the monster entry there. Someone's around. The monster entry off there.
I think race control might have something to say on that because it didn't look like he held his brakes at all. Who's reversing down there? Is that?
It's great. That's
there?
No, it's Greg Johnson there going off the track there, looking like the SRW entries though. So it's a bit of a hard one.
So very similar to the SRW boys.
Very similar.
So again, Dylan DeBono is just what's going on there?
Sorry.
Looks like he's been black flagged by race control there. But obviously due to that poor connection, so that's going to bring Tyson Souls, Benson up in 1-2 and Sam Christensen back. Oh, look at this run! Look at the run.
DeBono off the road. Huge contact at the back. We've got a replay of that in a second, but we're on board with Henry, I'm pretty sure. And he's absolutely flying up into P2 now. Made up a few spots up the start. He's actually went from P5 to P2 now, so he's absolutely a rocket ship right now.
He's
Jake
hanging on there, so nice little
Dean Sinkovich
on the inside. Ryan Green there going through the inside there. Not an easy spot to do it either, Connor.
No, it's definitely not. I just saw Dylan DeBono had his black flags clear, so I wonder if they did that by mistake. So Dylan Green, Ryan Green leading Dean down to turn 2 now. And
this is a good passing opportunity at the top of the hill there.
Yeah, definitely it is. And Sam right behind Henry here. It's I reckon Sam's just going to play the smart game here. Just sit behind, you save a bit of fuel, clutch in. That's always the smart option to do. So yeah.
I think you'd be crazy to try and press on. Like, I mean, if your track position's good, and I mean, you know you're quick. Like, these front three boys are probably the quickest that we've got in the pack. So these three working together, just pushing on through. Tyson Styles are in the lead.
Nice little gap there too. Nice picture too. The peace sign. I should actually.
There's a bit of a gap to Jake Edwards back there, but then after Jake Edwards, there's a bit more of a gap to Wade Reynolds and Bradley Wall. So we'll have to see if Jake can sort of claw back onto the back of this little train. It looks like he's getting onto the back of Sam there now. So
Sam dive. No,
Sam's just filling the mirrors, just doing the zigzaggy things, like making Henry think about what's going on. You know.
Yeah, well that's it. You just want to be in the mirrors and play smart at the end of the day, isn't it? Kazoo Racing.
Jake Edwards just on the back of Sam there.
Kazoo Racing view there. Now we're back on the Sam's car. So we'll see what. I'm really curious what Sam does here. Does he, you know, like I said, does he play smart, or does he, you know, go for a little bit of a dive and see if Henry has a bit of a flinch?
Well, I guess it depends on how he feels about a reverse 10, because this is a heat race, so we are only out here for
20 minutes.
A few laps, yeah, 20 minutes, not long, and then we've got an inverted top 10, so I guess it'll just depend on how he feels about running back through the pack in the second race.
I think he'd be kind of, you know, going, this is a good spot, I'm not completely at the back. But you'd love to beat Jake Edwards right now, sitting in P4. That's a very good spot. Means you're in front of all the fast guys for the second race, which is a 40-minute race. Only a little sprint race, like Rob said, a 20-minute race. Then we go to a 40, then a top 10 inverted.
But as we see the boys just climbing through the top part of the circuit, still Jake Edwards just getting in the back.
Getting passed by the 90s livery.
There's the. The pass just happened from the Castrol livery, just went past him. So yeah. We see Dean Sinkovich there as we just get a replay. Sets him up. Dean just gives him plenty of room. There's plenty of room.
Nothing crazy.
Straight through.
The 90s are faster than the new age, so yeah.
Dean stands up inside at the top of the hill there, yeah, as
great move.
Henry might have just seen him coming, or might have been a little bit of a late spot there, but Henry's not going to give it up. He's going to fight straight back, because we're going to replay this pass up the top of the hill.
Another replay. Great,
yeah,
little dive there. Last minute dive.
No, that
always works.
That was a good little pass, yeah.
Always
caught him napping a little bit.
Yeah, I think he has. You know, Henry's probably been struggling to stop looking in that mirror the whole time, and Sam's just ended up diving last minute, and yeah, it's a great move by Sam's on there. And now he's going to be chasing down Tyson, which Tyson's teammate, Jake Edwards, is absolutely not far at all behind him.
He's catching up, isn't he? He's flying right now. That's got to be the benefit of Guthrie. We've got a big gap there behind.
Yeah, so it doesn't have heaps of room, but there's enough there to be comfortable for Jake.
Yeah, so Jake could just sit there and just run with these boys, no pressure.
Cruise along.
He's not getting attacked from behind. We just heard Dylan DeVono on the radio just calling to make sure his connection stable. So, yeah. It's interesting.
Steve Sinkovich on the back of the Monster Energy livery.
Oh, that was a little wheel off on the grass, and that just it kills the momentum, doesn't it, Connor? It does. You just can't. You have to lift. You cannot press on with it. So,
I mean, talking about momentum, look at the momentum Sam's carrying through those corners.
He's hit him.
Great
He's giving the old SOS on the back of the car.
Sam goes across. Now, Tyson's going to have a really bad run here. Look at Sam. He's actually almost going to do the crisscross. Does he go under? Yeah, DD does. He's going to be on the outside now. Tyson up the inside. Oh, he's
run, but Tyson's got the line here.
Bumping down, right down to the last minute. Let's see what happens here. Does Sam go deep? Yes, indeed he does.
He goes around the outside.
Great move there. Absolutely amazing
move. That's a set of coconuts.
Big coconuts.
We've heard that throughout a couple of the SRW leagues. Like, you just got to hang it out there, don't you? You just got to hold on to it.
Hang out your big coconuts and see what happens.
Really. Styles now.
Yeah, hang out the big coconuts and see what happens almost.
Well, see, this is what we're talking about. You know, Tyson's now just lost that momentum. It's given Henry the chance to get right on the back of him now. So I'll have to see if Sam can stretch away here, because he's definitely been quick through the practice and quality. But as we jump on board with Henry Fencer now in the gyro cam view, get to see the work. And we'll talk about this last night in the F3s about the inputs. And you covered it really well, Connor. You want to see less of the correction changes. Oh, and he's just...
huge correction. He's off the road. Does he hit the fence?
Oh, no, he's hit it.
Huge contact with the barrier there. So Jake Edwards is going to go up to P3. He's going to keep driving it.
Can he get back on? He's got back on.
Oh, is there a wheel off that car? Is the camber's all messed up? Is the toe in?
Oh, we'll have to see if we can get back on the gyro cam and see what that wheel's doing.
I think that's right side suspension damage.
He's got a little right hand down, in a straight line there.
Yeah, his steering looks pretty messed up there.
He's a little loose, isn't he?
Yeah, he definitely is. And
jump back on board with Tyson Styles on the back of...
Talking about loose.
Jack in the chat. Fencing be fencing. Yep, he's certainly put it in the fence. So again, with 9 minutes to go, it's ill-timed crash, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if there is a time for a crash, it's not now.
Yeah, definitely not. It wouldn't be ideal. But for Jake Edwards, it's definitely ideal. And, it's unfortunate, but he's just had a bit of a correction. He's re-corrected it and then went off the road, then smacked into the wall. So unfortunate, but you learn from your mistakes at the same time. So he just knows not to push it really hard coming out of turn 1.
Yeah,
and we ride back on the 90s car by Kevin. I wonder if there's a Stewart and a Bob in the field. And I'm hoping you get that reference, Rob. I don't know.
Not a clue, mate.
Minions. Anyway.
There's J-Mac pulling through. What's it? J-Mac into 4th.
Great.
He's up more than 10 because he started pit lane. It's showing 10 because he was gridded on P14, but he started pit lane.
What happened to Jake Edwards, I wonder?
I was just thinking the same thing. Where did J-Mac come from? Because he is absolutely blasted through the field.
Where's Wade Edwards? Wade Reynolds come from? He's up in the P3. What? So, from the information, Wade was actually behind Henry at the time. So I wonder what happened to Jake Edwards there as well, because he's dropped down as well, because he was sitting in P4 at the time. Now sitting in P6.
Dylan DeBono coming back on and climbing through the leaderboard as well. So there's Greg Johnston and Dylan DeBono on screen. So Dylan DeBono looks like he's got that internet sorted out. Greg Johnston off on the grass and just hanging on to...
using all the track.
And a bit more.
Yeah.
Not going to take these things a bit of rallycross. Here we go with Wayne Shepherd.
Can block entry. 43.
He doesn't quite show the nose, so he just pulls back in.
I was waiting for the dive there, actually.
Oh, so we're getting a replay here of the move. Oh, he's off there, so yeah. Wayne just benefit of the lift there by look at that. Bradley Wall and just hangs on the outside. We saw that with Sam around the front end of Tyson Souls on the same thing. So,
Oh,
Wayne Shep in the wall.
how's he rejoined onto the track now? So he's going to have to do a flick spin on the grass somehow. And he's done that.
He's got a cross.
So they've there was a battle between Wayne and Brad here. So what's happened here?
Oh,
Huge
he's taken
curb.
a handful of curb.
That's more of a handful. That was more of a mountain. Oh no! And he's
no!
Contact.
Oh, we'll leave that one in race control's hands.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not in race control.
That's going to be a hairy one. So we'll jump on board there with Greg Leake off the back of that.
So we're on board with Ryan
Green.
Yeah, Ryan Green.
In the 5th spot.
What an absolute weapon he is tonight.
What is going on? Yeah, I said that right at the 11-minute mark. You're going to have a crash. It's not right now. I think you should be for bringing that up. Yeah, commentator's curse, mate. It seems like he just opened the race up here with all the crashes.
We just need to keep our mouths shut sometimes, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It's our, our job to, talk about the race, and we just need to keep our mouths shut because half of these drivers end up in the wall. And talking about in the wall, Sam just understeering the whole way through that corner. Let's see what Tyson can do about it. Sam just understeered crazy through there.
I wonder if that's the tyres. I wonder if that's just because he was pushing so hard early on, or if it's just maybe just pushed too hard. He's got the apex here. Yeah. Absolutely nailed that and got the drive. But Tyson's still there in the back. Again, this is where we talk about that setup. Getting in the draft, just position the car, get right square behind him, and just change where he goes in.
Looks like Sam's just really. Looks like Sam's just all good. Sam just looks like he's understeering quite a bit there. It might just be a bit of setup, just not having that rear spring rate up too much. Ladies and gentlemen at home, your spring rate's how much the car turns. So maybe he doesn't have it up further enough to get the car rotating through the corners. But coming down at turn 1. Yeah, I was going to say. Sam got a good. Look at Sam though. He just gets understeered the whole way through that corner. Gets a good exit.
But he's actually tighter though. He's actually tighter than Tyson in the initial phase of the corner. So maybe he's throwing it in early and being able to get the run off the corner more. Where Tyson's a bit more of that traditional, like brake, turn, apex hunter, drive the car off the corner. So, again, it could just be a different style of driver,
Yeah. And
look at this battle.
Henry and Greg. So Greg might let him go here, and Henry's just going to cut across. No.
Just done that, yeah.
Nice move there. Let's see if Greg can do the under and over. No, looks like Greg's backed out of it a little bit.
But again, this is where it comes down to being smart. Oh! Bradley Wall on the roof of the SR.
Oh, and he's just...
Let's go
back to a replay and see what happened here to Bradley Wall. We saw the SRW car, Brad Wall, already having contact through here.
Just off the grass. And that's just going to...
I reckon he's going to get the front.
Across. Yeah.
Oh!
And
there it goes.
So, if anyone's looking to put a sponsor on a roof, Bradley Wall's probably your man to put that right there. Get a screen time there for the roof of Bradley Wall's car.
I was going to say white flag now, and Sam.
But what's gone on there? Because Sam just bolted off the front of Tyson. So
yeah, I think you're right as well. I think it could just be a driving style. Sometimes I am wrong, so Rob has got that moment, and he's done really well there. So Jake Edwards and John and Ryan Green. So the locked on lads leading the three. Yeah, it's good to see John back up there. I was talking about him last night. He's doing really well, and Jake Edwards, I'm sure he's hungry to get a a P4,
Boys.
that would definitely not be bad.
I just looked at who's in 10th spot. Oh no, they're switching around with DeBono and Sinkovic. There's a nice little battle going on there with the boys as they come across for the white flag there with yeah, DeBono's bailed. So that leaves Sinkovic and Edwards here having a nice little backwards and forwards, but Steven Sinkovic was in P10. So that was almost going to line him up for pole position for the next one, but we see Wayne Edwards there, currently in P10.
I think Wayne would be very happy. I think Wayne would be very happy with himself right now. And talking about being happy, Sam is going to come across the line now on the last corner. And he's got the win, and look at that, Tyson just going sideways. Taking a bit of action on the last bit of the race, and Sam's going to just roll across the line. I'm sure he's very happy with that. Well, we'll get him in the comp box when we go to the warm-up, and what a great little win there.
That's a good little first warm-up and a nice little heat there.
Yeah, definitely. He just controlled that. That was very dominant. It wasn't... I don't think we've seen a... I was going to say, we haven't seen a driver like Sam yet that's just so calm when he drives. He's not an aggressive driver that gets up the front. He's just very calm, very relaxed, just drives it in the corner, drives out of the corners just very nicely. And it's good to see someone like that.
He's shown that real-world experience, isn't he? He's just...
Yeah.
He puts the car in the right spots. He knows and he understands the feeling that he's getting from the car. So I think that allows him a little bit more confidence to throw the car deeper, push it through its areas, or just, you know, understands what the car can do. And if it's not quite doing what it can, he just moves the car. He just makes it work. Like, he's just got that real world knowledge. So it's really good. But to see as we go through there, watching, you know, Dylan DeBono's back in P10, so that's might be a bit of a cheeky thing after the first race. So we'll see him on the pole. Again, we're going to see Wayne Edwards there. Steven Sinkovic went back to 13th somewhere in that whole mess, so there must have been something going on. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that and see if there was something going on. But
well, let's pull Sam into the comm box and have a bit of a chat.
See if he jumps in there. Just calling him to the green room now. So,
there he is.
Sam Christensen wins that. So yeah.
G'day, Sam. You're in the comm box, mate. Not a bad little win there. Well done, mate.
Bad. I ran out of fuel at the end. It was quite scary. I thought everyone wasn't in the same boat as me.
I was going to say, we saw you cough across the line, mate. Like, we saw...
Yeah.
I was like, he's very slow across the line, mate.
Yeah, I was short shifting throughout the last lap to save fuel. But I think everyone was in the same boat as me.
So cough, bang, bang, you know, hope to pray that comes across the line, basically.
Yeah, hope for the best on that one, yeah.
How did your race go there, man? You were very controlled with that race. You weren't aggressive about it. You were just very controlled about it, mate. What was the experience in the cockpit like?
Yeah, it was all right. I couldn't really get turn 4 correct. Like every lap, I was struggling to get that right. Because in practice, I could get it bang on, but in the race, I can't get it bang on. It's
we
like
saw you have
too much speed, not enough speed, understeer, oversteer moments.
We saw you understeer there. Was that understeer or was it more you were setting the corner up?
I was probably carrying too much speed if I was understeering, because I think I only set up turn 1 for a pass on P2 on one lap. But apart from that, it will be understeer or oversteer. Just carrying too much speed or not enough speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it, Rob.
No, I was just going to say, so I guess the question is, like, after that one, Sam, how do you feel about going in from P10 and climbing back through the field on this next race?
Excited. Excited to
you don't sound excited, mate. Get pumped. Come on, mate. Let's go.
That's just me. That's just me. That's my monotone voice. I don't
really mate. We need to change that. You've got 9 weeks to change it. Let's get you know, my attitude, mate. I want you coming in the comm box going, let's go, lads.
We'll get a development compilation going after the 9 weeks, alright?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. That definitely sounds like a plan. What do you have any setup changes going into the second race? Obviously, you saying you know. Sam,
He's passed on baseline.
Oh, Sam.
No one give this boy a setup.
No, don't.
I only realised that you could change the ABS and traction control off in practice today.
Sam, I'm almost about to bang my head on my desk. Mate, surely in the SRW crew, surely they'd share a setup.
No, they do. In the V8 race, I had a setup, but in this one, they don't race the 86s, I guess. So we don't really have a setup just yet.
I was going to say, mate, sorry to change the subject, but how did the V8 supercars go? Because obviously you've got real world experience, but how was that kind of jumping into those beasts, mate?
It was alright. I've only really had one experience in them, and that was like 2 years ago in the Erebus Academy thing in the tournament. But it was alright. I was fighting for P3, I think, in that race, but the race 2 was a bit scruffy. I exited the track a bit wrong and got a penalty, drive-through penalty. Took the drive-through penalty, accidentally went for a pit stop, then I had to drive through again. I was like, oh, poo. Oh well.
Talking about SRW, mate, obviously you're a new driver to SRW. How's the experience been going so far, man?
Yeah, it's good. The guys are nice. It's all good. Like the team so far. Good
so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch. ShiBBy with the bombs there, like saying Sam's the only one that can win a race. So
absolutely roast.
We might have, absolutely roast the boss while he's not here.
I was going to say, you're doing better than Scotty Rankin, mate, in the SRW crew. I was going to say, well, you might as well shout your sponsors out, mate. Who would you like to thank for your round 2 first race win?
I would like to thank Marley's Transport for this year's sponsorship. I really appreciate that, and my dad and my mum.
Oh, that's very nice, mate.
And SRW.
Of course, mate. That's always the main goal. Before you go, mate, I kind of want to ask about you're coming over to WA, mate, to race the XLs. Looking forward to that?
I am. Yes, I am looking forward to it. We got a test day in February soon. Early February.
Oh, nice.
Get back to the car. Yeah.
Well, that you must be looking forward to it in a way. You know, obviously you've done your 86s everywhere, man. How was that kind of experience doing the E stuff?
It's a pretty big jump from what I was doing, which was the XLs. But we sort of got thrown into the deep end and figured things out pretty quickly, I guess, and got some results. Had some good pace, but I'm unlucky in some events. But we moved.
I was going to say, I do remember watching Bathurst, and it was like a how do I describe it? Like a water park.
Yeah, sort of. It was very wet. It was very
We're gonna
wet.
have to cut this off.
Yeah, I've got to
I
put my fuel in. I don't know what to do here, so I've got to go back to the spotter and put some fuel in. I'll be back.
All right,
well done, Sam.
buddy.
We'll see you on podium, mate. Have a good one. See you, mate.
All right, so as we go through the grid now, we've got what appears to be a replica. Dylan DeBono starting out of P1. We've got Wayne Edwards out of P2. Kevin Wakefield out of P3. Henry Fenson out of 4. Ryan Green there, P5. Jake Edwards out of P6. John McHenry out of 7. Wayne Reynolds out of 8. Tyson Souls back there in on Sam Christensen, who we're just talking to, in P10, so we'll see if we can get through the field. Brendan Soper in 11.
And we're gone.
And the lights are out, we're gone. So,
Dylan DeBono actually almost stalled off the line. I saw the thing had a bit of a cough fart and then a bang going up to turn 1. Good little launch though, so he's leading all of us down to turn 1.
Who's that? Around that was Wakefield. And
so
Henry,
Wakefield and John having a bit of a scrap down the back there, and what a start.
Like either boy will tow him, so they'll be. We'll see if Dylan DeBono can press on you. We see Fenson right on the back of green. We saw Fenson fast in the first one, but we'll have to see what he can do this one. So obviously, good test there with the first race to get the fuel numbers out of the way. So is that just another car? One went off in the turn entry wall there.
White Edwards here.
Wall again.
Up the inside here. Up the inside, is he going to get the move done? Wayne did very well last week, so he's doing really well though, isn't he, Rob? Very consistent.
There he is. There's Greg Johnson there. Just making a little inside pass.
Yeah.
See the
Sure, Greg.
and block livery getting on the back there.
Look at all these cards, they're all black and red.
It makes it hard, isn't it? Like, everyone's all in the red and free. It's like,
on the
someone
field.
change it up.
Yeah, I know, right? Get a pink livery out there. That's what we need.
There's the boss. We move back to Dylan Bono in the lead and watch this battle at the front.
Dylan DeBono doing really well here, going up to turn 1, holding the field. Ryan Green right behind him though. That's hard competition. Sorry, I'm coughing
Dave
on the
Christensen
left.
already up in P7. So really on the march forward. So we've learned a lot. And look, I hate to say it, but if Sam Christensen is this fast on baseline setup, oof. Can you imagine if we give the boy a setup? Holy moly.
Yeah, we wouldn't see him for 3 weeks. Yeah.
On.
Oh, bit of contact there. That was good. But
That was a little
Robin,
racing. Yeah, that's Sam Christensen there. Right.
I think that
on
was
the back here with Tyson Styles.
I think that was more of a that was for last
Right,
race, mate. There you go.
He's just escorted him. Just give him a little breathing room. That was fine. Good racing there by the boys. He's right in the back. This is where it picked off from race 1 too. These boys are right on it. Same spot, same corner. Everything is identical to what we saw.
Let's see if Tyson can run him out wide here. And there's a safety car. Let's see who holds it up. Sam's still in front of him. Tyson up the inside. Sam's held out. Oh, that was nice.
Safety car has been called, so I think Sam will get that position. It will be interesting to see when that was done. We'll throw back to the start with J Mac himself.
Big Macca.
Jumping on board. What's gone on here?
Oh, very slow.
But
here's J Mac. And he smashed the wall.
He's just turned in, and the car's just. He's tried to avoid. Yeah.
That's so
Look at
unfortunate.
that. So he's just taken evasive action. Oh, look at that. That's terrible.
So John's trying to avoid it.
Gone to the inside, and he's clipped just that little green patch on the wall right at the end of it. Look, right there. Bang.
Huge contact.
Into him.
Look at all those black and red cars. How did they all miss each other? That was amazing.
Right on the entry to turn 1 too. So that was really scary there for those boys.
That was scary.
So we'll have to get another look too, because there was a pass on DeBono. So Green made a pass as well. I'll have to check that out. But so here we are with Greg Leake. This would have been down at the turn 4. Oh no. Oh, that looks like equipment failure, Connor. That looks like the.
Yeah, that's equipment. So that looks like
that's just gone straight left.
Let's see if the wheel disconnects.
Yeah, look, it's just fired him in the wall. So that's weird. That looks like
a full wheel connect. Yeah, that's a full wheel disconnect.
And I think that's probably why we've got the tow right now. But is there a pass, Mr. ShiBBy up there in the camera? Is there a pass there for Green on DeBono? I'd like to see when that was done. Oh, I think so, because it's got Green in the front and DeBono in P2. Hold on. They called car 7 to the lane, I think. I was just hearing that, Connor. Was that car 7? It's
I did not hear that, my friend.
I just heard something race control calling car 7, I thought. Wakefield, yeah. That's interesting. Well, I don't know what's going on there, but there's definitely been a swap for the lead with Green and DeBono. And that's going to put Christensen now on the back of Fenson. So, boys are going one more lap at least behind the safety car. Pit exit is closed, so no one can exit the pit lane right now. Here's the path. Here's the path from green here. Oh,
On
look
the
at this
outside
fencing
too.
right up behind him too. So I wonder when the safety car was actually called, whether this was done. Again,
That
we're
was a
seeing a lot of
great move.
passes here at 5, aren't we? We're seeing a lot of those
You wouldn't-
outside passes at 5.
I was going to say, you wouldn't expect someone to get the run on the outside there. Like, I wouldn't think of that. I really wouldn't. Oh,
I wouldn't
see
even know.
see
That was a bit right there on the back end of that replay. That was kind of cool. But we saw Sam do this in the first race, and again, he was setting twice up in the same spot in race 2. So it's really good. And there's what's that, Preach Designs here on the back of Ryan Green's car. So a huge shout out to
Plug
that
it, plug it.
sponsor on the back of the car. Yeah, plug the sponsors.
Yeah. So this is when safety car as well. So that's when safety car got pulled.
Yeah. That's interesting. So yeah, Kevin Wakefield has been black flagged. So I totally missed what was going on there, but I'm not sure. We'll give you our huge shout outs for our round sponsors this evening for Warren and Brown Tools. If you guys are looking for that specialty tool, hit up Warren and Brown and support the guys that support SRW TV and bring these races live to you out on the YouTube.
Do you know what, Rob? I actually need a new some new tools as well. Because I was actually putting some stuff on the rig the other day, and I was like, I've lost my bloody Allen key again. I keep losing them.
I thought you were going to say your 10mm socket. I was going to say join the club. That's every mechanic's nightmare. The 10mm socket, like every mechanic's toolbox doesn't have a 10mm. It's somewhere in the house that you'll never find it.
Yeah, I remember. Here's a quick story before we go green. I remember working on the patrol, always losing something. So thank you for those boys for sponsoring us.
And our promo up the safety car has pulled in by the look of it. And it looks like we are in the hands of Ryan Green.
It looks like he's just going to hold him up, and he's gone.
Okay, gone now, yeah. So the safety car is away.
There he is.
Sam Racy on the back of Fenton on the restart. He's got a good jump there.
He's already there. Up on the P4. Oh, look at
Fenton, sharp inside of DeBono at 1. Fenson's not messing about. He's like, yeah, see ya.
See you later, boys.
Oh, Dylan flashing again. This could be a disaster for Dylan.
So,
two SNW boys there as we bounce back to Bradley Wall.
looks like one of them actually don't have a front bumper there. It could be the case.
It looks like the paint makes it look like
a bit of a diner.
Inside. He's got him too. Brad got him.
Getting a great move done there. We haven't talked about him all night yet.
No, we haven't actually. He's been very quiet and off the radar, Callum Hodgkinson.
And Jake Edwards going around the outside as well. But we'll go back to Hodgkinson up the inside in the black livery. Supposed to be a crisscross guy as well.
That outside run. That outside line.
You know what it might be? It might be just that camber on the outside works, and up the inside, Jake Edwards on the SRW car. That SRW car can't go anywhere. Edwards gets the move done. I think that's.
Benson's gone. Benson's just plummeting down. Oh, no, look at the damage.
Oh, he's off the road now. I hit the other wall. He is a replay.
Yeah. Does he take a lunch on green? Or has he just been blocked with the braking markers? And he's completely
too much curve.
The braking marker. Yeah, he's just lost sight of the apex and just rotated. Yeah, I think he's just lost the apex on the back of green there, and he's just turned in, and he's just
great shot there.
And the other boys have followed him through, and no issue. So
might be net code.
Unlucky there for Fenton to
and he's
that, and then he's just punched that wall. Both ends of the
great driving though, because he's went back. Fenson's hit the fence.
So that's put Christensen into second now. So he's been passed on to Bono as well.
Yeah. Voice crank. That was a bad one. And
the boys.
So DeBono blinking everywhere, so that's no good.
Oh, is he going to make it? This is the outside. This is where we've seen the passes all night tonight. Just using that outside line.
And
He's
he
going to
gets
get it done.
Look at that.
He's got it done.
How does that work? If in my head, I think I've done quite a bit of racing around here, and always that inside line always works because you can push that other competitor out a bit wider.
Yeah.
But the
Make
inside,
them
Jake
look.
getting another move done there.
And he's
They
used
are
a
teammates, though.
curve as well.
Yeah, so Hodgkinson and Jake Edwards are teammates, crisscross guys. It's about 3 of them. They're all
Look at this. Yeah, Dean and is that Brad Ball in front of Dean? Yeah, no. Oh, Sam's going up inside with DeBono right behind him. They're going to hang Green out.
Ryan Green around the outside.
Ryan Green just going to be squeezed out.
He's tucked
Oh,
back in.
he's got him. Sam put him on a nice pass there. He's got to block that. Sam's got to go shallow.
Oh,
He's got him
DeBono up
Green.
the inside. What a move! What an absolute move!
What
That
a
was
read.
unbelievable!
Talk about IQ. Oh, he's going to come back at him. Green's going to get him back down here, though, because
Green gets him. Look at that!
Got straight back. But that's given Sam a gap. That's given Sam like half a second gap up the road.
That was amazing. That was
So-
really, really good.
Good racing by the boys. Really hard, really clean. No silliness. There was no door banging. They left room.
Oh,
who's
someone
that?
off the road. That's DeBono.
Bono, why? He's just pushed too hard. That sounded like Tyson Styles
Understand.
through. Yeah, the boys, again, here we go. Up on the outside again. Look at this, Connor.
See if it works.
Jake
Let's see if it works.
outside. He's got it
And
done.
it works. Wait,
That outside line is the key to this tonight. The boys are setting it up there beautifully and just maintaining an extra good pace on the outside.
I'm shocked though. The guy up the inside doesn't push the other driver a little bit wider on the exit, so they get a bit scared. That's what
And
I'd
lift
expect.
before going to the grass. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing. Like, I'm thinking if I'm that car on the inside, I definitely want to go a little bit deeper
Yep.
and make that outside driver think about it just a little bit, just that fraction of a second, just to give you a bit of
Because it
bit of
looks
breathing
like
room.
that inside cut just kind of does his own little thing. And personally, as a driver, I'd go, well, push him a little bit wider, make him scared of hitting that grass. And it sounds like a bit of a dirty tactic, but that's how you race.
One.
But
Who was that? I reckon there's one yes,
I think it was actually too.
That was Dean Sinkovich, I think.
Dean and look at this, right off the road.
Is off again.
The SRW86 drifting. So Drono in 4th.
Oh, look at the run. Look, here comes that run. Dylan Drono, watch for turn 5. Dylan Drono to the outside.
Well, right
Let's
on
see
board
it.
with him. Yeah, let's ride on board.
Oh no, Tyson blocking. Oh, there you go. Look, Dylan to the outside. No, he doesn't.
That's
press on it.
beautiful. That's
But
beautiful.
Tyson was deeper.
Yeah,
Did you see
that
that?
was beautiful.
He was
Yeah,
another
that's what I was.
deeper.
I was about to say that Tyson's played that so well. He's moved around a little bit more and made Dylan think about it. And that's what Tyson's done, and it's very, very, very smart driving. And Dean's in the wall.
I think Dean just called, say, maybe to race control for a tow. I'm not sure. Didn't quite catch that comms, but yeah, there he is there on
he
screen.
looks, yeah, he's got no
Oh,
bonnet.
he's broken. He's broken hard, so he's coming there with, who's that on the right there in the yellow? Moving.
Oh, Wayne's just pushed him.
Oh, no. Oh.
He's hit him back too.
Oh.
1-2 jab. Bang!
I think Dean can drive away. I think Dean can drive away.
right.
He's pushing hard, isn't he? DeBono is pushing
I think
too hard.
I think he's stressing because he's just went from P1 to P4 and he's stressing. He's going.
I think he
you
just
know,
needs to. Dylan needs to get back to what he does best. He needs to get back to that 8/10, get comfortable again. He's got time. We're only 15 minutes into a 40-minute race. He's got a pit stop. He's got time. I think he just needs to rein it back in, get into a groove. Here we see him again. He's going to line up Green. Tyson Sole. Sorry, Tyson was hiding behind Ryan Green there. So again, we'll see DeBono. Here we go. Watch the inside car. Does he go early or does he go a little bit longer?
Tyson goes wide.
He goes
And he
longer.
comes deep. Look at that.
But look at that. Look at the run.
And he runs in wide.
Oh,
There's
he's bumped
contact.
him.
Oh,
So this is going to give DeBono the run. Oh, Tyson almost collected him on that
do
angle.
you know? Oh, just ran wide. You know what's funny, Rob? I know Jack's one of the crisscross guys. I wonder if he's told Tyson that. Just run him a bit wider.
Probably just feed him the foot on the top. Look at the gap that Sam's got. Now remember, we called this at half a second when he got the lead. It's now a nearly 2-second lead.
Yep.
Sam is gone. He is out like there's no tomorrow. Sam is just on his own now. So the real battle is going to be between Green, DeBono, and... Oh, wow.
Oh,
Who was that? Is that Greg
Oh,
Johnson
oh.
straight up? What a pass, Greg. Oh, and Brendan Soper. So those two boys have just gone through. I wonder what's going on there with... That was
Replay?
definitely slow. That was definitely slow. What happened here?
Your replay button's getting mashed tonight, and Brendan's let him
He's
go.
on the brakes early.
Oh,
He's just
Greg
pulled
just
across.
huge
He's
dive.
just moved across. Like,
yeah. Greg just getting a huge dive bomb down the inside too.
yeah, I think he might have just got a little nervous here. Just pulled out. But I mean, that's the joys of learning this year. Here we go. We'll see Oscar Solis. Oh, I bet you that was at top of the hill. Connor, I reckon. He's definitely got him
I would
at
say
top
so.
of the hill.
Yep.
So turn one. Turn one coming up here. So we just go to the start finish line now. So into the braking zone. So Tyson's gone around the outside. No, DeBono's gone inside. So boys are all fair there. Nice clean racing, good running. Tyson, I think, will probably get him here. Dylan's coming back, so I think you're probably under. Oh, so they switch backwards and forwards. Yeah, there you go. So now we'll see if DeBono can press on after one green. Yeah, it's green now. But have we just seen DeBono just like take that breath and just be like, okay, I've got to reset. I need to just get back in the groove and get back in the run. Just wait
Yeah,
and see how it goes.
definitely.
I have to see if his pace picks up, see if that gap drops between him and Green, because it is
Look at
moving.
Sam.
It is
Look at
definitely
Sam
coming back.
gapping.
2.3 now to Sam, like,
Just gap.
and this is on baseline. This isn't even a setup car. This is baseline, people. Like, this is crazy. You don't see this.
No, you don't.
You
Let's
see DeBono there,
we
right on the
need
back of Styles. He's literally gotten right to the back of him now.
to get Sam in a supercar, and I wonder what he can do on Sunday night. That'll be interesting.
DeBono there, back on Ryan Green, and Tyson Styles. He's not letting go of the back of Dylan DeBono there either.
Ryan Green as well, just defending for all his life here. So let's see if Dylan can go around the outside again. We saw this. We've been talking about this all night. So
Well, we've
quite
seen Sam
controversial.
do it like in both races.
let's see if Dylan can get the move up the inside. But I like I said, I thought being up the inside, you can dive, have a
Oh,
little bit of
Dylan's gonna
contact
run.
even. But yeah,
He's got to run.
oh, he's got a really good run.
Can he execute though? That's the question. Because he's got, don't forget, he's got Tyson Styles right behind him as well. So if he doesn't make this move and he has to slow down, it's going to bring this back into a three-way battle.
Oh,
he's
that
right
was
on the
close.
close of that.
See if Dylan DeBono gets the run. He does.
He's looking on the inside.
The
No, he's going to
execute.
switch to the outside.
And look at this. Green giving him no room. Great driving.
But he's lost the traction. He's lost the drive because he's slow into that corner. He's too tight. Dylan DeBono now going to get that run up the inside across the start finish line into turn one. Dylan's just got to feed him a little bit here. I think Dylan, if he really wants it,
Does
he's got to
Green
feed
get
him
the?
up wide.
Does he
there
get
you
the
go.
under and over from Green? Green up the inside. Does he make a
Dylan's-
dive? No, he doesn't. Very good driving from both of them.
You'll see the boys really racing clean, but now look at this. Tyson Styles being brought back in, so that's kind of slowed the three boys down here, or the two boys mainly. And now it's going to make it a three-way battle. Well, Sam's out the front. He's loving these boys fighting away there.
Oh,
It's
he's loving it.
2.6 to Sam. So, you know, Sam's sitting there just looking at his mirror going, keep fighting, boys. I'm
Yep.
loving it. I'll happily run out here, but we'll see. Looks like Sam is getting up on some traffic there.
halfway into the race as well, ladies and gentlemen. So,
Just on the halfway, yeah.
yeah.
We got Jack in chat saying Debono connection failed incoming. Let's hope not, Jack. Let's hope that these boys can race clean to the finish, because it would be really good to see.
We
stuff from last week.
Yeah. I mean, as a race car driver, you want them to have a disconnect, but as a commentary, you don't want
one of them. And then Jake's just pulling up on the back of Wayne Reynolds now, so hopefully we might see something happen here with the boys. This has been a cracking battle tonight. These boys have been backwards and forwards.
They've just been, I think everyone's been super clean. No one's been really being aggressive in a way that's bumping people off the tracks. It's just been really clean.
So the battle for lunch was hot. So we just had word, and it is confirmed, Sam Christensen has made the first pit stop. So I'll have to see how that plays out for him.
Does he go on traffic now? That's my question.
I don't know. Because he's going to slot back in with thing.
So he's actually in between, looks like the
11. But remember, they're going to cycle. They're going to need these stops. No, that's... Oh. This is good. Look at this. Jake Edwards and Wayne Reynolds. Look at this. Again, I wonder
Wayne
if
on the outside
car... Yeah. Wonder if the outside car's going to maintain that outside line. Again,
on the inside. Yeah, look at that. Perfect from Jake.
But he's gotten that momentum. Look at that run. It's so good, like an advantage here.
Yeah.
That inside car, all it's got to do is push another car length deeper, and it throws that outside car completely off rhythm.
Massively.
And they can't get that past
because you get scared. Because the outside car's going to get scared.
Yeah, exactly right.
It's almost a thing at like Sandown when you go down to the fast left. If you're on the inside, you just have a big lunge, and the guy on the outside will let go. Simple.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Back now, it looks like Bradley Wall. So he's gotten right back to there. The Bono and Green, no, that's Green and Styles. I guess we're just watching now for the round of pit stops to come on through and see if any of the others start filing in. And then we'll go see. Remember, Sam winning, he would have had about a 3-second gap, so we'll see if that can make any real difference, because he does look like he's in his own little space right now. He is getting up behind the 067, so he's getting on the back of Dean Sinkovich for a little bit. He's in that same sort of area, so we'll have to see what happens.
I mean, he's in the best spot he wants to be, Sam. He's in between his teammates, so that's brilliant. Absolute great strategy. And Brendan back on screen, the Monster Energy livery. So he got really close to Greg there on a dive going into turn 1. So now we're going to go back to these guys. Tyson up the inside. That was close. Oh, slide on Green.
Sliding.
Let's see if Green's not going to have to run. So let's have a look at Tyson now.
Sam's 28 seconds from the lead with that pit stop. So let's see how that plays out and what the pit strategy falls into.
He might have went too early though. But at the same time, I say that, but Sam's got clean air and he's just trying.
But don't forget, it's only 15 minutes to the finish. So maybe he's timed it just right. Maybe these other boys are pushing too long. We saw that 20 minute...
Green almost going into the back.
Oh.
Green almost went into the back of that Wade Edwards there. That was close.
That was going to be the try.
That would have been a couple of wheels and drive shafts flying everywhere. DeBono's gap. Yeah.
He has, yeah. Dylan DeBono's put a gap on Green. You can see it. Maybe Dylan DeBono's pushing on now because he knows Sam's already pitted. So he's got to try and make a gap. So maybe he knows the pit stop is going to take 32 seconds maybe, plus transit or including transit time, and he knows he was already sort of back. So maybe he's got a number in his mind that he's got to drive to, and he's thinking, I've got to push.
I mean, Sam did it. Sam just did a second faster than Dylan DeBono last lap. So Dylan really needs a push now. And around the outside, Greg Johnson.
Yeah, it looks like Greg Johnson.
Hell,
He's got no bonnet.
up the inside. See,
Well, that'll be an advantage. It'll be an extra cool engine there for Greedy.
yeah,
Cold air induction across that
the old school,
GR86.
the old school way to do weight reduction. And
Right. You'll be lighter, colder, and faster.
yeah, well, that's it. That's the yeah. That's normally what your teammates say. Get rid of the bonnet. You don't need that.
Yeah, that's right. Don't need it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, extra weight.
The Tyson Solis, getting a nice run on the back of Green. So this will be interesting, whether he can get something done, and whether he gets it done at the top of the hill or up around turn 5, where we've seen a lot of passing tonight.
Yep. Turn 1, we haven't seen much, and Tyson's actually going to try and make a move on Green as well. Oh, that was close.
Oh, yep.
Tyson's going to stay around around the outside. I feel like I'm coughing up the left lung.
Yep. Wade and Wayne for about 5. Might need some.
Whoa, Green just going sideways.
Oh, he's outside.
Tyson's
He's
gone.
got across. Oh,
Green,
he's taking him out.
oh,
Tyson Soul's taking them both out.
oh
What is going on
no.
there? Tyson just gone understeered. Looks like he's understeered out wide, and then just caught that grass. Nah. Oh, is he just? Oh,
Yeah.
he's just tagged the grass and.
Bang.
Oh no.
See you next Thursday.
That's. Oh,
Tyson's
you wouldn't
pulling
wanna be-
over now. Oh, that's.
Tyson's. Is he going to regress though? Is the question. Is he regressing that move, or is he damaged? Green. Okay, yeah, but he's let Green in front, so he has redressed a lot of that. So he might be trying to avoid a little bit of race control contact there.
Yeah, that was. That was racing.
I mean,
That was
that's-
genuinely racing. What do you
But
do
I mean,
about it?
hey, you got the. Well, he made the right choice. He pulled over, let the guy go. You know,
Yep.
no harm, no foul. Get back on the racing. So we'll see what's going on here. John McHenry on the back of Callum Hodgkinson. And we see a change up the front. We've got Jake Edwards, Wayne Reynolds, and Wayne Shepherd all in 2, 3,
Wayne's
and
up
4 there. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, the boys are just topsy-turvy. We see Sam still on. We'll have to wait because we still haven't seen pit stops.
I wonder if Sam's done the right call. Like, has he put enough fuel in?
I don't know. Tyson Styles in the pit by look at that from my readings.
So Tyson's out of the pits.
And we've been told it's
And-
a 38-second transit time on the pit lane. So Dylan
Wow.
Moreno to Sam Christensen, it's only 32 seconds. 32 seconds.
Sam's absolutely got this in the bag if he keeps clean.
So if this is the case and Sam's picked that number,
He's
sorry,
on.
Sam Christensen now 27 seconds. Steven Sinkowitz is 32. So the only car to have pitted so far that's racing is Sam Christensen, now up into 8th. He's on the back of Green. Now remember, Green was just involved in that little tangle with Tyson. So, oof.
You wouldn't want to
This
be.
is-
You wouldn't want to be in the chat with Green right now, would you? Just knowing
Oh.
that you've made that initial mistake, then Tyson's went over and smacked you on the side.
Oh, Fenson's just pushing the track limits as well.
Yeah, but I think Green wouldn't be happy with himself, just thinking, well, I started that, because obviously he hasn't looked at the replay. So I can imagine him being in the car right now.
We got
I don't
the
think he'd be
nice
happy.
little battle there shaping with Jake Edwards, Wade Reynolds, and Wayne Shepherd. Nice little battle pack there as they go across the line. The boys are right there, right close together. They are fighting hard for this spot. There's John McHenry on the back of that as well.
Doing well.
That's just turned into a 5 little battle pack there.
Yeah, it definitely has. And being in a 5-car battle pack, you really can't see much when you're in the middle, and it looks like the Kim Block livery is in the middle.
if you're at the back and you got cars zigzagging all over in front of you, you're just hoping to remember where the braking points are and the apexes are.
Pretty much.
you end up
Pretty much. And Hodgson's
got him.
made a great move. That was a great move.
He's got him too, yeah. He's
Flapping out gums.
beautifully done.
You know what's funny? Sam's not even far from these guys either. He just came out of the corner before. 9 minutes to go, and yeah, let's stay on with these boys for a bit because I'm sure there'll be a bit of action.
I'd like to jump on board with John McHenry just from his cockpit and just see what he's
Green's
seeing with
around.
these cars.
Green's
Green.
around again.
Green's gone down the order, yeah. He's just dropped back behind Sam. Have to see if he can get there. He's losing a lot of time. He's gone behind Wall as well. Tyson Sol's the next one, but he's got a decent gap there, so I have to see if Green can recover that. I don't know what happened there. We'll have to try and catch up with that. But as we can see from the gyro cam here on board with John McHenry, like the guys, they get just half a car width and it blocks your vision. You can't see where look at where turn 1 is now. Look, you just can't see it. Like, where's turn 1? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Everyone's
there
pulled
it
back
is.
in. Oh, look. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I'm on it. You know, so you instantly like, oh, I'm half a car width too wide. I'm a little
Yeah.
deep. Quick, I've got to hang on to it. So
I just
see
had a
nice
look.
run here though.
I just had a look. This battle pack is actually for second and
this.
third up the front.
It is.
So
It is a battle
is-
pack for
this is
podium.
huge. Yeah, this is a podium battle pack. So Wayne Edwards and Jake Edwards up the front. That's a bit of a mouthful. And we're going to ride on board with John for a bit. We might.
7.5.
What we might do, Rob, we did this last week. We might just let the engine talk for itself, eh? For the next lap.
Give the sight and sounds of the GR86.
Yeah, let's do it. So
Oh,
we'll
look at
ride.
the pass. Look at the pass on the outside
Great
again.
move.
Look at John. Get in there. He's done
Great
it on the
move.
outside again.
On the outside.
At
This
turn
is-
5. That outside.
I think it's just the momentum around the corner. You're just carrying so much more momentum. Like, look at John's run. He's still got the run.
Got a massive run now on Callum Hodgkinson. We were going to throw to just the car, but with 6 minutes left and this battle raging, I don't know if we'll actually do that tonight.
Yeah, I think we might
This
have
is
to.
podium. This is podium contention right now. Sam Christensen is not far behind this either. Pitting. Tyson Sol's still in pit lane, so he must have some major damage there.
He could do. Oh, John just
Where-
running. Oh, that was close.
He's, so close to running off there. Where is Sam versus this battle? So the
He's right
0-3
behind.
just coming onto the straight now. So he's just coming over the start-finish line.
And he's
And these
behind.
guys have just headed through one.
Oh, John's around. Locked
Oh
on.
no, John! Oh!
Held onto it. Well done,
Wayne
John.
Just got
Jake
around
Edwards.
that. Oh,
Jake Edwards and Wayne Edwards going at it.
that put Sam past John McHenry.
I wonder if they don't need a pit
That
stop.
puts, I don't know. Like that safety car. I mean, that has that given them the advantage to get through another 5 minutes, or will
Yeah, I
we see
mean-
some last minute pits? Bradley Wall's in the pit lane. Tyson Sol's back out of pit lane. Bradley Wall is in pit lane. And now we're just going to switch to the replay of what happened to. There's Bradley Wall just. There he is there. What's he done?
Oh, clip the grass,
Huh?
3 wheels,
Huh?
and no grip.
Oh, he's going to nose it in. Oh,
And
again.
he-
Same
oh,
spot. He put it up
no.
on the- Oh, Brad's not having a
Oh,
good
no, Brad. That's not what you
one.
want, mate. That's not what you want.
Unlucky.
Alright, so we might as well just stay on these boys, shall we?
I reckon, because this is a cracking battle right now.
5 minutes to
Bono's
go.
still there.
5 minutes to go,
Bono's
round
got a
2.
20-second gap to the second place car of Jake Edwards.
Yeah, he's done well. If for no one to pit yet, I think Sam might have made the wrong call.
Maybe Sam started on a lighter fuel load.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to maybe try and tap into some comms there with Sam, or maybe get some info out of the box there.
Oh, I mean, we've got our
Who's that?
YouTube chat too. Let's see if anyone jumps in.
I don't.
Oh, they're just trying to get around.
Speedy lane. Yeah, who was that? Was that the 22 of Steven? That was Steven Sinkovic there, yeah, just getting in the way. But again, moved out of the way, gave the boys, more than enough racing room. But as we look back there,
he did well there. Just got out of the
Sam
way.
is not far behind these boys. Sam is not far behind. Dylan DeBono just monstering this field with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the race. He has just gone and blitzed the field. So, look, I don't know if this is field strategy. I don't know if this is, that safety car's paid in, or if Dylan has just gone, well, I've got a gap because I'm going to be in trouble. Is he in field trouble? Will he have a last-minute splash and dash, and is that going to throw him back to the likes of Sam Christensen and the boys there, John McHenry, Wayne Shepherd? Is it going to push him back in the field? Remember, it's a 38-second transit.
I was going to say, if he doesn't have enough fuel, just fuel save. You got a 20-second gap, just fuel save.
But can you fuel save enough in 3 minutes?
Yeah,
that's going to be the question. That is going to. He does have the fastest lap of the race at a 1:38.1.
He does. What? Dylan DeBono actually had the fastest lap time last week as well. So Dylan's got the most pace, technically on a sheet.
But look at the back of this group here.
Yeah.
Look who's tacking onto the back.
Sam.
Is that?
Look at that. There's Sam there.
Sam Christensen. That is Sam Christensen.
On
He is coming back.
On baseline.
On the baseline. And he's on the back. He's made up time in the last 3 or 4 laps. And again, if we're looking at it, he's only 28 seconds from the lead. He's not far away. Like, if there's a pit stop, if Dylan DeBono has to pit for any reason,
that's it.
Sam's getting a nice run here on the back.
Oh, I think DeBono's in pits.
DeBono's boxed.
He's in. He can't make it.
I told you he wasn't going to make it. So this is going to throw him right backwards. Remember, he's got to get in. As long as he doesn't speed and get a black flag. Where are the boys coming around? Yep, Sam just with it.
Remember,
they're coming down onto the front straight.
Dylan doesn't need to put that much fuel in. So let's see how long it takes.
He's out. He's out. He's out.
Dylan's got this. He might have this. Dylan's out.
He's come out of the box.
He's still in P1.
Yeah, he's only got a 2-second gap though. But the gap's shortening.
He's shortening, but he's still got the lead. Great effort from Dylan there. Really nice.
That's a nice stop. That is a good stop. Dylan DeBono really pushing the limit, so we'll have to see.
Keep in mind, Sam had to put more fuel in the car compared to Dylan. He's probably had to put a litre or a couple of litres in compared to Sam. He's had to put more in. So good strategy by Dylan there. Really nice strategy.
Christensen's still in P5 though. And he's getting up on the back of Callum Hodgkinson, and he's coming up into his.
So these
absolute chocker with the racing.
So all these guys at the front. Well, these guys at the front haven't boxed. So Jake Edwards hasn't boxed, or Wayne. So this will be white flag coming around this time by with Dylan DeBono, Jake Edwards, and Wayne Edwards. Wayne Reynolds. Oh, it's been a long night. So
there's Sam there on the back. So he's not going to get. I wouldn't think he's going to get to these boys now, unless something catastrophic happens to these boys in 2, 3, and 4. Like they run out of fuel, like we saw it. I know it is. It's checkered flag. They haven't.
Oh wow! So that's checkered. And
wow,
Dylan
DeBono is going to take the win. Jake Edwards and Wade Reynolds are going to come through. That's Callum Hodgkinson in 4, Sam Christensen in 5. John McHenry is going to bring it home in 6, and that's still in front of Steven Sinkovic. So that lunch bet's still well and truly on the cards there. Wayne Shepherd there, sorry, at P7. Ryan Green, P8. That's rough after last week. So unbelievable. And Henry Fenton at P9. Steven Sinkovic, is it going to switch around? Oh, we're just watching some of the lap cars are just coming over the line. And there's Ryan Green. Yep, he's come over there in P8. Looks like Henry Fenson there next in the queue coming across the line. And P9. We see Steven Stinkovich. Is it? Is it? It is. Loper and then Johnson. I think Greggy Johnson will round out the finishes as he comes over the line here.
That was a really good race there.
That was exciting.
Mm.
That turn 5, Connor, that outside line.
I still can't believe that.
Race 1. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah,
I can't believe that. But that's we've already called them all out. But that's the results for tonight, round 2, season 1 of the Toyota 86s, 2023. Like I said, it's great to be out of 2022. So, but we might as well get them in and start getting them to chat along, and we'll just wait for them to jump into the green room.
We'll try and get our third place podium getter there, Wade Reynolds, when he gets into the room. We'll grab him in and jump him down. But interesting shake-up tonight. I mean, I'd love to hear what Sam, what happened there. I'd love to hear from Sam and what sort of transpired there. So as we see the front three just pull up there for their photo shoots, Dylan DeBono for Velocity Sim Sport there.
And Wayne Reynolds is already in the green room. We might as well pull him up.
Yeah, grab him in. We'll bring him down. Bring in Wade Reynolds. Congratulations, mate. P3 tonight. Tell us, how was it out there?
Oh, it was good. It was quite slippery on the rear end the first couple of laps, but the safety car helped with the fuel strategy, and I was just watching the numbers the whole race, which I think Edwards was probably doing as well. So we were trying to, I suppose, slipstream each other to make it to the end, and we just both made it.
Yeah, I was going to say, we saw Sam Christensen make an early stop for pits, and then we saw no one else really take a stop except for Dylan DeBono there right near the end. He just dropped in, splash dash, and gone again. So did the safety car really play that much of a strategy, or were you looking at having to take a pit stop without that safety car being there?
Yeah, without the safety car, it was definitely a pit stop. But yeah, the 3 laps under the safety car was just enough.
Oh, so breathing a bit of a sigh of relief that the safety car came out when it did, I guess.
Yeah, and then watching the fuel number literally every lap.
So what was the number you were driving to, if we can...
I was trying to keep it at about 1.42, 1.43.
Fuel saving much, or was it more of a lift?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, not a lot of fuel saving. Maybe into turn 1, lifting a little bit earlier than normal. Yeah, but other than that, just trying to be really, really smooth. Yeah.
I was going to say, mate, very consistent so far. You've P3 in round 1 and now P3 in round 2. Not bad.
Yeah, surprised myself. I'm pretty happy.
You shouldn't surprise yourself, mate, because you've done really well.
Yeah, I saw a few new names in here. I thought, I might be in trouble. But yeah, no, very, very happy. Had a good one.
Well, mate, we'll finish this up, and mate, well done in P3. Who would you like to thank with all your sponsors, all the people you love and know, and shout them all out, mate.
A big thank you to the wife for keeping the kids away during the race. That's the first one. And then all the guys in the team at JWM, great bunch of blokes to muck around with. Brewed coffee, obviously, and in the real world, we get help from TW Engineering and Tough Customs for the sports sedan.
I might need one of those coffees, mate, after this commentary. It's been a very long night.
Yeah, I'm a little bit sweaty in here.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, beautiful. Because of driving. Because of driving.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, boys.
Well, mate. Well done, Wayne. And we'll see you next week, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
See you, mate.
All right, let's bring our second place getter in. We'll bring in Mr. Jake Edwards there with a lovely P2. Congratulations, sir. Tell us about the night.
Thank you, boys. Yeah, it was a bit of a hard one. The first heat, I had a bit of a shambles, just lost a rear. into turn 1, but that's just my fault. Didn't do any practice at all. It's been practice for OSR on the weekend for the 12 hour.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's been.
Go, Connor.
I was going to say that's been the big talking point for obviously a lot of teams, and obviously Crisscross are taking quite a big thing into that because obviously you guys running the GT3s in the SRW. Been enjoying the GT3s recently?
Yeah, I've been actually liking the GT3s. Bit of a shame that iRacing's nerfed the Porsche a little bit. So we've kind of converted to the BMW at the moment for OSR. So been enjoying that car, man. It's been a weapon.
Talking about another car, what do you think of the 86? Obviously, you come from more of a GT3. What do you think of it as a car, as a driving style? What do you kind of think of it?
Oh, if you want my honest opinion, I'll have to tell you in private. No, it's alright. It's not too bad, man. It's a bit of a weapon to drive. Like if you can get used to a bit of oversteer and whatnot, then you'd be laughing about it, bro. But yeah, other than that, it goes alright.
So we're just talking to Wade. We just saw you guys there in second and third, not taking pit stops. Was the safety car the same for you there, Jake? Just kept you in that fuel window?
Yeah, as soon as the safety car went out, man, I just knew that I was going to be tight on fuel either way. So I was like, if I just go for a pit stop now, get as much fuel as possible I can have, and then just try and fuel save. I didn't really roughly fuel save till about 10 laps to go. When
that's the way, son.
Yeah, he's like, mate, you're cutting it short, and I'm like, oh fuck, here we go.
Swear up.
It's the old Jamie Whincup at Bathurst moment.
Yeah,
fuel safe.
Yeah.
Radio doesn't work. Well, it's great to see you on the podium, by the way, Jake. Well done, mate.
Oh, finally, it's been a while, mate. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit. We were pumping you up in last year with the GT3s, mate.
Yeah.
Is it nice? Yeah. We'll talk about that later, but is it good to be back on the podium and starting to get a bit more of and not trying to sound rude, but a bit of a rhythm back together?
Yeah, it's been good to get back. I've known TCR been pushing the podiums here and there, so hopefully I can get a bit of good luck in TCR again, and hopefully fight against Gowan and the Bono and Scott Rankin, because I know they miss me. So, but yeah, just to game a podium, dude, it would be absolutely epic for me.
100%, mate. Well,
looking forward to next week, Jake. We're moving down to Sandown, another fast, flowy circuit. Are you gonna feel confident going there, or?
I actually might do some practice. I don't really have my. Oh, actually, Wednesday night. No, Thursday night. No, I'll be at the 12 hour, so I won't even be here, boys.
Oh no!
Yeah, spewing, eh?
If you come back to the Aussie tracks, you're not going to be here.
Oh, it's always the way. So I'll be at another Aussie track with the boys, so it'll be good.
I was going to say, mate. Well, we might as well wrap it up with you. Great, always chatting with you, Jake. You're a very poppy person. You're not very boring to talk to. So thanks for getting a podium and having a chat with us.
Cheers,
mate. Who would you like to thank with all your sponsors? I know Adam Hughes shouts them out all the time because he normally wins in the GT3s, but go for it, mate.
Hey, he's a weapon, that guy. So I'd like to thank Ryco Performance, Gaza Law Firms, Crisscross Racing, Whitey's Pies up in Orange, and just sort of boys in Whitey's Pies and Six for all the hard work that we've been putting in to make setups work. So just a shout out to those boys.
Talking about setups before you go, mate. I'm going to make you feel bad here, but Sam tonight, who got P1 in the first race, apparently he was using baseline.
Yeah, I heard about that. Man, I couldn't even get a lap together into quali. I had my optimal set at I think it was a 38.5, so it would have put me on pole.
Did you almost get out of the sim, find Sam's address, and almost have some colourful words?
I would have liked to, but no, good on Sam for doing that, man. He's a weapon as well, but.
Oh, mate. Well, we always want to be there, but, mate, well done for an awesome result tonight. We'll see you next week. Well, not next week, but we'll see you at yeah, in a few weeks, and hopefully everything goes well in the 12-hour, mate. Hopefully you survive the first lap, and
Fingers crossed.
well, you're crisscross, so if you
Hey.
put your fingers crossed, you're all good.
Yeah, that's it.
But well done, boys. Well
Thanks,
done.
mate.
That was P2. Let's move on to P1. Dylan DeBono.
Let's bring in Dylan DeBono. I really want to find out what happened with this fuel strategy. Dylan, tell us about the night, mate. P1, congratulations.
Yeah, that race definitely makes up for the first race. That was yeah, that was one of the worst ones I've done. But this one, you know, I knew I had some sort of pace, just not early on. I'm still struggling with the car and cold tires. I'm not sure why, but you know, I was just punching out fast, consistent laps, and I wasn't really sure what the fuel was going to do because of that early safety car. So I was just I thought the best way to do this is just punch out fast, consistent laps, build a gap, and if it comes to the end of the race and a fuel save, I can. Or if I get a big enough gap, I can pit for a small amount of fuel and still get home. So when it was 2 laps to go, I got caught by surprise that it said you only had 1 lap of fuel left. I was like, oh no,
Lovely.
I've done this one.
Yeah, we
So,
were calling that and we were watching because we saw Sam take an early stop and you front 3-4 boys just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. We're like, surely not. Like, surely they've got to stop. And then all of a sudden we see you pit in. I was like, oh no, from that big gap back to only like a 1.5 second lead at the end there. Like, it must have been a bit of a nerve-wracking moment.
Yeah, and that also the pit stop. I wasn't like I didn't do much practice around here, so I wasn't sure the fuel usage per lap. So I ended up with 10 liters too much at the end of the stop. That's why it was so close at the end, I think.
No.
So yeah, that was a bit of a mischief, but you know, just the fast, clean, consistent laps paid off at the end, I guess.
I was going to say,
an idea. What happened in Heat 1? Yeah, sorry, Connor. What happened in Heat 1 there? You were sort of there and then you plummeted and gone and in and back and...
Yeah, so last night as well, I've been having some connection issues, and I think I finally figured out what it was. If you believe it or not, I think it's my doorbell, actually.
Oh!
Yeah, every time.
I would believe it. Yeah.
Every time someone walks to the front door, I get a notification on my phone, and the internet just cuts out. So,
I've got a bit of a question, mate. Are you using Macca's Wi-Fi or proper home Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it feels like Macca's Wi-Fi. I feel like anyone can just come to my house and just muck around with it, you know?
The whole SRW
what
team
you're
will
telling
hook up
us...
Wi-Fi.
So what you're telling us, if anyone wants to throw your race off, just walk up to your front door and just run backwards and forwards all night.
Yeah, really, that's all it is, to be honest, you know?
No.
So Wednesday and Thursday nights, no one's allowed to leave the house or come to my house. So. Yeah.
You've heard it here on SRW TV. No one
Yeah.
around Dylan DeBono's house. Wednesday or Thursday night, everyone stay away.
Yes, please.
Well, mate, it's always a good laugh talking to you, mate. Obviously you're very dominant in the TCRs. We've already known that. Is it kind of been a bit of a hard switch in a way to kind of go to the 86s? Obviously racing the TCRs on Wednesday and then going to the 86s on Thursday. Do you find much of a big switch? Because I know when I jumped from a certain car to the 86, there's a bit of a change to the car, but I'm used to driving rear-wheel drive cars, so I'm kind of wondering what it would be like driving front-wheel drive to a rear-wheel drive with not a lot of power.
Yeah, you know, obviously our TCR race on Wednesday night is our sort of main race for the team. So we put in countless amount of laps. So it's very different, this car. You know, I just turn up on the night, couple of half an hour practice in the session, and I think that's why I struggle so much in the practice and qualifying on the cold tire, because I just haven't had enough experience with it. But it's a fun car and good car to race wheel to wheel with people, because it's it's a little bit slower, so you can get a bit more door banging and racing close, I guess you could say.
I was going to say, talking about power too, Rob and I have been joking about with the power situation. You got to carry a lot of speed through the corners, and you got to keep the momentum up. We saw a lot of battles that a lot of the guys dropped back quite heavily because they did have a battle. What was it kind of like when Sam boxed? Did you just have to gun it and just hope no one tried to battle you?
Yeah, I think just going on what you said first, the battling slows you down so much. Yeah, like that's incredible in these slower cars, and I can sort of relate to it a bit in the XLs as well. You know, similar power car. That's why if you say, I don't know if it was caught on the stream, but Sam went up the inside of me. I knew he was faster on the cold tire, so I just let him go and stuck him behind him, stayed in his draft, and caught up to the front pack. And then as soon as he pitted, I know, like he's gonna be in a bit of traffic, so I tried to punch out again, fast, clean, consistent laps every lap, so I could get every 10th I could.
Yeah, right.
Well,
looking,
mate,
looking forward to next week at Sandown. Are you, or you're a bit worried about that track?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Sandown. It's Australian track, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna watch out for Sam. He's gonna be fast there. A bit of real life experience for him there.
real life experience. Plus, he's driven the car before in real life as well, mate. We've had some of the best racing at SRW at Sandown. I'd say Sandown is the SRW territory. We've seen Porsche Cups go hard around there, TCRs, supercars. We've seen it all. To see the 86s will be amazing. And I'm not sure my memory, but have we shouted out your sponsors yet, mate, or your family yet?
No, we haven't. Just firstly. You might hear me say fast, clean, consistent laps. That's Doug Gowan saying. He loves saying that to me when they're racing. Then just thanks to Velocity Sim Labs, they put in all the effort. Steve Cass, he's the man. If you want to set up built, pedal suspension, here to race, digital sim shots, and you guys for putting on the stream. Without you guys, no one would be able to see our awesome racing.
Oh shucks.
Well, we appreciate it, Dylan. We do.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, from the whole broadcast team, F off, and we'll see you next week, mate.
Thanks.
Well done in P1.
He's on. He's out, yeah.
Hey, well done in P1, Dylan DeBono. And I think we wrap it up, Rob. I think that's our night done. And there's our results, ladies and gentlemen. For anyone that's kind of looking for their best friend out there it is. Have a look. Rob, any special words before we kind of kick it off?
Mate, let's just give a huge shout out to our round sponsors. We're on Brown Tools once again. Also to our SRW sponsors, Toyo Sim, Dragon RC, Melville Equipment, and there's probably a few others that I'm kind of missing there. Racecraft Simulations, yeah.
Toyo Sim, yep. Thanks to all those guys. Makes it happen.
Without you guys, it can't happen. So we appreciate all the effort, and make sure you guys out there in the world of YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else are checking out those sponsors. Fast Track Experience, especially, is a good one. With a few birthdays or something coming up, get that special person a nice race day out there and having a bit of fun. But without them, it can't happen. And use our code SRWGO at fasttrackexperience.com.au to get, what is it, ShiBBy? Did you say 20%? 10%. 10% off. So there you go.
That's a great deal.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
And Grim as well.
Grim Industries,
They make awesome products. I was actually having a look at it the other day. I thought, only if they wanted to sponsor a commentator. Cough, cough, wink, wink, Grim. But
thanks to all those guys. Actually, I wouldn't mind a desk with the engine. If you could put an engine under my desk, that'd be great. But anyway, just got to stop plugging my own self sometimes. But anyway, but thanks to all those guys, it doesn't make it happen. And Rob and I don't get to flap our gums for about 2.5 hours, and it's absolute great fun. So thanks to Rob for coming on board, and we'll wrap it up. So thanks to all the guys and girls that watch the stream 24/7. Appreciate all of you guys and all the sponsors, obviously. And thanks for ShiBBy in the background. Rob for joining me. Yeah, go and check out Rob. Awesome commentator. He's just jumped on board recently, and he's been producing for us as well on Wednesday nights and a couple other nights that I can't think of. And he does an amazing job. Do you want to shout yourself out anywhere else, Rob?
Nah, mate. No, let's just wrap it up. Give the folks a break and let them go and view the racing later on, mate. We've been a pleasure bringing it to you guys tonight.
Yep, 100%. So, well, we'll wrap it up. So have a good one, guys. It's been Connor, the announcer. That's been my new name for a bit now. So it's been myself, Rob, ShiBBy in the background. It's been great from SRW TV. See you next time for, I think it's Friday night, which I can't remember what it is. GT3. So you'll see those guys commentate it. So jump in tomorrow and have a little bit of a look for GT3 tomorrow night. So we'll see you then. Have a good one, guys.